welcome back, 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 welcome back. Welcome back, goalies, to my channel. As you can see, I'm back to myself, bubbly, pumped, and ready to go. This has been a crazy couple of days. Thank you so much for all your love, all your support. You are absolutely phenomenal, all of my subscribers and my loved ones, because it's most important that a lot of my followers and my subscribers are people who actually genuinely care about me. And so I'm so proud to call you my goalies, and so proud to know that people are praying with me and loving on me through even the darkest and the lowest and the saddest times, right? And I do want to say that although I was in tears and you can see how sad I was in the moment, honestly, you guys have to know that I believe God. When I talk about God on this channel, I absolutely believe every single word that I say. And so I know that, everybody has a rough day. And even when you're strengthening your faith, you still have moments where you're like, dude, or do you hear me? Can you see me? Am I here? Is this thing on? You're like, hello, is this thing on? Testing, testing. I cracked myself up. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this week. I'm ready for whatever is on its way back to me, and I'm just extremely, extremely grateful. So I do want to say that Mondays are reserved for results. So I will get to the results in just a moment. I did want to say, as I do every Monday, the word I went to church for. I just dropped my makeup brush. Don't worry, it's okay. So the word I went to church for yesterday was simply, you are the answer. You are a walking answer. And it was great coming off of the day before, the Saturday that I had, the emotional roller coaster I was on, because it reminded me that I'm not going through it for nothing. Somebody, somewhere, a year, a month, 10 years from now is going to need to hear what I have. I am going to be the expert, the answer to the problem that they currently are dealing with. And that is so, that's just so relieving, because a lot of times, if you can find out why you're going through something, or why something costs so much, like, why are you charging me $100 to do my braids? Oh, because I'm quick, I'm fast, I am efficient, your braids gonna last. Oh, all right. No worries. We all good here. Or if you find out something about somebody, like, why are you this way? Why are you so nasty? Why do you always have attitude? Oh, you've been hurt before. Oh, you had a rough childhood. Okay, now I understand. Let's try to work together to figure out how we can coexist, how we can work out together this personality differences and these clashes. Now I can know to relate to you in a way that you can understand, in a way that you can receive. So you are a walking answer. That was the word I went to church yesterday for, and that was relief for my current situation. But this morning, I was rocking heaven, praying for the healing, restoration, and comfort for a family who was a victim of a drive-by shooting. And in my prayer, I just began to pray for my neighborhood. I began to pray for my family. I began to pray for my marriage. I began to pray for my church family. I began to pray for the people that I was encountering throughout the day. I began to pray to my week and claim things for my week. And I just felt like the strongest presence of God that I felt in my car in a long time. And I felt like God was like, I'm listening, and Jesus was up there like, say this, and the Holy Spirit was like, yes, keep going. And it was just like this powerhouse of like emotions and words, and it was powerful. And in that moment, I became stronger. And I remember feeling like I'm tripping over my words, and I remember in the back of my head, I felt like Jesus was saying, no, I got it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. And I was just like motivated, and I was pumped. And in my prayer, God reminded me of something my first lady, my co-pastor, always says. She always says resistance. And so I was like, resistance God spoke to me and said, resistance builds muscle you didn't know you needed, or even some you didn't know you had. So this is what came to me, and I wrote it down immediately. Resistance builds muscle you didn't know you needed, or even some you didn't know you had. And so I was immediately encouraged, and I started to speak to the enemy, and I started to thank him for all the obstacles and the misfortune that he has thrown my way, because it built muscle in places I didn't know that I needed. My faith has been built up by the resistance. If you think about what you do in the gym, when you have weights and you're pulling it up, those weights are really designed to weigh your hand down, to weigh your arm down. When you come against that and pull it up using all the strength that you have, you are resisting the weight of that dumbbell, and you are challenging it to keep going. And that's what we do when we go against the enemy, when we pass a test, when we jump over hurdles that he passes us. We are building up muscles in area of finances. When we pay our tithes, even though our account was just overdrawn more than the sum of our bills, and we pay our tithes anyway, you're building up muscles in your finances to be blessed, and to build up that faith that God can do it. When you are answering back with grace and love, when someone responds to you negatively, when somebody comes at you negatively, your response is actually building up resistance, and building up muscle from that resistance, because now you'll know and you'll be prepared in avenues where it's going to be unsuccessful, it's going to be unacceptable to pop off. So you not popping off when it's okay, when you at home with your girlfriends and somebody act crazy, when you don't pop off on them, you training yourself and building up muscle for circumstances when you're at that job and you can't pop off. So now you know, well, this weekend, like a couple weekends ago, I chilled. So now I can use that same grace and speak in same love that I gave this person, I'm going to give to this person over here. So really think about that and look at resistance and look at the enemy differently, remembering that you are already an overcomer. It's nothing that he can do to you. You are already favored to win, so long as you resist and just build that muscle, baby. So that was my words for today. Now, transition, results. Dun 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 dun. I am 4 pounds down this week. Oh, so I am pumped. So as we know, I talked about on Tuesday of last week, I went back to the doctor and found out, I went back to my original scale and found out that although Kaiser scale said I had gained 5 pounds, according to the scale that I was using, I had gained 2.2 pounds. Nonetheless, it don't even matter how much weight I gained last week, 5 or 2. This week, I am 4 pounds down, pushing me to 2 pounds past the weight I was when they told me I gained weight. So I am 2 pounds actually past what I last weighed myself. So that is exciting. So basically, if their scale was right, if their scale was right, then I lost 7 pounds this week. If my scale was right, I lost 4 pounds this week. Anyway, I still am down 2 additional pounds. I am 2 additional pounds the opposite direction. Okay. So I'm very excited about that. What did I do differently? I don't know, because I still had a pound and a half of crab legs, and I still had a corny asada burrito from La Barca, and a Pepsi. One Pepsi though. I didn't go overboard. I still had that, but I definitely did eat the meal prep meals that I told you I was going to eat when I supported my friend. I did still eat those meals, and that was the majority of my meals. So when I had the crab legs on Friday, I didn't have a meal. And when I had the carne asada burrito, parts of it, I broke it down into pieces over 2 days. Even when I had that, I hadn't had anything else that day. So like, it wasn't like this on top of it. I ain't that crazy. I really do like portion out all my things. I do still calculate everything in MyFitnessPal. I still only drink water. So even when I had the crab legs, I drank water. I did have Pepsi with my burrito the first time, but then the other part of my burrito, I had water. So mainly still drinking that. So it may have been a very varying things. You know what I mean? They say on this journey, you up and down. So I just take it in stride. Like I said, I wasn't discouraged at all about it, because I said, okay, I'll make the adjustments. I'll see what needs to be done and I'll do it. I'm very much still on this weight loss journey, and everybody around me knows. Like, everybody knows it's not a game. We doing this. I will say that I'm still walking. I noticed that I do most of my walking while I'm at work. So when I transition to home on the weekends, I don't get a lot of movement in, because I rarely get any days off. And so when I do get days off, I want to just chill, do nothing, lay down, do nothing. So that is a problem sometimes when I'm trying to stay active. But 5 days out of a 7-day week is not bad at all. That's way more working out that I've done in the past. So I'm proud of myself for that. Moving into Friday. So Friday is a new month. Y'all know I'm going to have more results come Friday, because it's the end of February. So we started this at the top of February. We're ending this at the end of February. We're going into another month. So in March, I do have plans for a different meal plan. And I'll tell you guys more about what my new meal plan is going to be. Slightly different, but I am going to cut out a lot. So for the month of March, I'll be eating and moving a little different, but so far so great. This month has really challenged me with a lot of things going on at home, at work, and then also with coming off of success. It's hard to like stay motivated and pumped, because you kind of start giving yourself, I always say you, but I start kind of giving myself like permissions to do stuff that I probably wouldn't do if I was having not as great success. But I'm on the journey, I'm moving forward, and so y'all already know, if it takes a year, it takes a year, but I'm here for it, honey. I also going to try something else in March too. So meal plan and what I'm going to do for exercise in March, I will definitely talk about on Friday, which is March 1st. And that should be exciting. But please continue to stay tuned. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. If you have any specific questions about what I'm doing, or questions I can answer as far as like how I stay motivated, or what my username is, or MyFitnessPal, so I can kind of keep you motivated. This journey is about 55 days in, if you can believe it. Actually, it's got to be more than that. So it's no, because we're not at the end of February yet. So yeah, so like 55, 57 days in on this journey. So I'm super duper pumped and motivated to continue going on, because hey, you don't get this far for slacking, honey. No. You get this far by making sure everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody know you're changing your life. You know, like for a black man, you know, when your homies you got to make sure all your homies know you want to be faithful, because you get that one homie that's going to take you to the club and he don't know. So he going to bring some, just telling you, anything you want to do, make sure everybody know you doing it. That way ain't no misconceptions, ain't no misunderstandings, and everybody can just help you along the way. So don't nobody bring me no cookies, cakes, and pies. They all helping me along the way in the right direction. Okay? So, I will be back with you guys on Wednesday for Sincerely Pia. I really appreciate you. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will continue to reach out to you. Just thank you so much again for all your support, for all your love, for all your kindness, and for all of you reaching out to me, for you crying with me, for you sharing your stories with me. It really did motivate me, and it uplifted me, encouraged me, and gave me the strength I needed to get through the rest of the days and the weekend. Because definitely, I'm not going to make it like it was nothing. It was definitely something. Y'all could watch the video and see it was something. But I am better for your encouragement. So thank you so much. I love you. Mean it a lot. Bye-bye.